boys and girls, are going to keep this short and sweet because I'm trying to get back to Cyberpunk. Because as you guys know, Destiny's been getting DDoS for the past like almost 3 weeks. This is after the crafting, post-pandemic. Okay, some DDoSers tried to come in and say, you know what, y'all fixed crafting, we're shutting the game down. So as of now, I've been starting a new Cyberpunk playthrough in preparation for Phantom Liberty, which is already out right now. And you would know that if you follow the stream and watch the stream, twitch.tv/ghostwriter. All right, now back into Destiny. The TWAB is here. First things first, we got a new bow. Our GMs this week, it is the bow. It is the Prey Astenix bow. It's got some good perks on it. I've heard some great things about this thing in PvP. In the first column, it's got perpetual motion, archer's tempo, perfect float, shoot to loot, and light in action, and rangefinder. In the right column, it's got incandescent, collective action, successful warm-up, opening shot, explosive head, and precision instrument. So I had to give it a roll, maybe a archer's tempo opening shot or archer's tempo precision instrument. I don't use bows in PvP. Literally the first time I used bows recently is, I'm gonna get into that because they're talking about the new quote-unquote game mode, which is actually a modifier, Checkmate. So the new trials weapon, not really new. Well, this is the first time it's in rotation, I'm pretty sure. It's a GL, a strand GL with some amazing juice perks. It's an adaptive heavy strand GL. In the left column, we've got Impulse Amplifier, Envious Assassin, Field Prep, Sick Draw, Enlightening Action, Auto-Loading Holster, and Demolitionist. In the right column, we've got Cascade Point, Chain Reaction, Explosive Payload, Hatchling, Full Court, Rope Weapon, and Bait and Switch. So obvious for you PvP lords, we're going to want Impulse Amplifier, whatever perk you get in the second column, and Proximity Grenades. Because I have finally been turned to the dark side of, hey, I should probably use a GL in PvP, because I've been playing a lot more comp recently, so I've been finally using a GL. So yeah, use a GL. For PvP though, for PvE lords, you're gonna have to probably step into PvP to get this gun. Good thing grenade launchers aren't the meta right now. So, but if the grenade launchers do ever become meta, this is gonna be the best one. You want to go with Envious Assassin, Bait and Switch, or if you want Auto-Loading Holster, Bait and Switch, whatever one you want. Bait and Switch is literally the best perk in the last column. So yeah, they updated some checkpoint. They updated the new game mode, well, modifier checkpoint, because people were complaining that hand cannon, well, not even complaining, they just updated it. So we'll read it real fast. Checkmate weapons update. For Checkmate's initial weapon tuning, we wanted to make sure that our mid-range primary weapon options had a bit more room to breathe. So we balanced the other weapon types somewhat conservatively. We did this because in the early playtests, it quickly became obvious that a sandbox with dramatically reduced uptime for special weapons and abilities, special ammo and abilities, introduced a new issue to the game. With most of their counters no longer able to see consistent play, it enabled fast time to kill primary weapons to operate at the extreme edges of either close or long range to dominate. Diving with submachine guns and sidearms became increasingly hard to deal with as players learned that other primary weapons could not kill as fast, and our mid-range options struggled to compete. Similarly, when we reduced the lethality of close-range primary weapons to bring them more in line with our mid-range options, scout rifles became oppressive without the threat of sniper rifles to keep them in check and prevent players from engaging extremely long range. Understandable. In addition, we wanted to avoid initially making an extremely jarring shift in TTK. For example, things like the 140 hand cannon In addition, we wanted to avoid initially making an extremely jarring shift in TTK. For example, things like 140 hand cannons taking 4 shots to kill across the board, so we limited how much we moved the TTK in general. After seeing Checkmate in his wilds for a week, we saw there was a substantial gap between hand cannon performance and the rest of the primary sandbox. So, while we're keeping our original goals in mind, allowing mid-range weapons to shine in this mode, we are making a limited set of balance changes designed to narrow the gap without pushing the fast TTK primary weapons back into dominance. For example, some machine guns and sidearms will not revert to killing in under 0.8 seconds due to the increased player health pools, but we do want them to give a little more forgiveness and encouraging some additional variety among weapons choices. Weapons like adaptive and rapid fire pulses have become back to their standard optimal TTK, while most of the other weapons have moved within a single shot difference of the TTK. Good. While most of our tuning is focused on bringing other archetypes closer to the top level of primary weapon performance, we are going to reduce the hand cannon damage. we're going to be reducing hand cannon damage. This will not affect the optimal TTK standard resilience, but it will instead act as a reduction in effective range and reduce their forgiveness and effectiveness against higher resilience targets. We look forward to playing these changes in the live game alongside you while we continue to iterate on the sandbox as needed. Here are the weapon changes coming to Checkmate next week. So we're giving an increased damage penalty on Devil's Ruin Laser Beam, 10% to 15%. Out of my little time playing it, because before today, I barely got to play because it kept getting kicked. I would play like half a game and we would all get kicked. So I haven't seen in Devil's Ruin. I guarantee I already knew fighting Lion was going to be a problem. Not surprised. A freaking primary weapon, grenade launcher, not surprised. Bows, I was using under your skin chat. My PvE roller under your skin of successful warm-up and Archer's Tempo, I was fragging. I was loving the thing. Reduced damage penalty on sidearms from 10% to 5%. Submachine guns get a 5% to 0% penalty, so no penalty on them. And Scout Rifles has their penalty reduced to 9% from 10. Increase the bonus damage on auto rifles from 0% to 2%, pulse rifles from 0% to 5%, and reduce the bonus damage on hand cannons from 10% to 7%. Correct an issue that was allowing the Vex middle class to benefit on the bonus damage for special ammo fusion rifles. Good. Okay, so this is the big meat and potatoes of the TWAB. I'm not calling it the TWID, I'm calling it the TWAB. Because it'll always be this week at Bungie, no matter how many games Bungie releases. Starting in September 2023, oh, I'm an idiot. Starting in season 23, Banshee 44 will offer focusing options for select Foundry weapons. Gunsmith focusing is designed to offer players a way to chase after their dream rolls for older Foundry weapons while reducing the overgrowing size of Legendary World Pool. Great, because 9 times out of 10, a good portion of the good weapons come from the World Pool. So I want them. I still don't have my freaking shoot to loot kinetic tremors battle scar. I got it on Hung Jury, just not on battle scar. What weapons will be available? The select focusing options that Banshee 44 will offer are weapons released from Season 16 and Season 19, which means that these weapons are at least 4 seasonal releases old, i.e. 1 year. These weapons will no longer be attainable from Legendary Engram World Drives, and are instead will be only available from the Gunsmith Engrams and Focusing. Suros weapons, we have Cantata, that's the hand cannon, Syncopation, the Stasis Pulse Rifle, Fogu, Staccato, Pizzicato, and Futura. Golly, Soros got some annoying names. Hake, we got Polymera B, that's a rocket launcher. Perseus D, Ragnarhild, that's a craftable shotgun, which is surprising. Inyo D, that's the SMG. Budakasi, don't have that. Lodrock, a great AR in this meta, try it out. Made a video on it a while back, you should go look at it. Crate, for Vice, I'm sorry. Crate, Redback, Funnel Web, great weapon, you guys can try it. Lunulata, got it. Lunulata. Taipan Fusion, that's a great one. And Jiraka, great. I'm pretty sure that's the Rapid Fire Scout, right? Yeah. Amalan, Snorri, great fusion rifle. Typhon, that's my Stasis GL, right, that I've been using. Ogma, great pulse, comes with Demolitionist, Wellspring, try it, get it. Amma AR5, you guys know you've been running into it, even that's already craftable. And Arvandil FR6, that's fusion rifle, right? Gotta be. All right, in Season 24, we're planning to update this list with Season 20 weapons for existing foundries, as well as adding a new category for field forged weapons. Gunsmith focusing will also be replacing Banshee's 6-count weapons selection. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's the weapons on the right on the second page of Banshee's menu, which is fine. The following weapons will be removed out of the Whirlpool. These will not be available from Gunsmith Engrams or Focusing, but instead will be occasionally available from Xur instead. Stochastic variable? Bro, what? That's an SMG. Dang. I don't remember any of these, so none of the contingency plan. Ooh, none of these names really seem memorable to me, so I can't really okay, if they're not that memorable for me to be able to remember the name, it can't be that good, in my opinion. Okay, how will these weapons rotate? Banshee 44 will offer 2 foundries at a time, Suros and Hake. After each daily reset, one of these foundries will rotate out for another, effectively allowing each foundry to have the spotlight for 2 days in a row. For day 1, it'll be Amalan and Suros. For day 2, it'll be Suros and Hake. For day 3, it'll be Hake and Vice. And for day 4, it'll be Vice and Amalan. After the 4th day, the rotation repeats itself. This is subject to change as we add more foundries in future releases. More foundries confirmed. All right, now I'm assuming this is where they lose me. How much will they cost? Gunsmith focusing cost will be in parity of how much focusing ritual weapons cost. So it'll be 3 gunsmith engrams and 5,000 glimmer. Oof, 3 gunsmith engrams is a lot. A lot. How can I get gunsmith engrams? We are aware, but rank that. How can I get gunsmith engrams? We are aware that ranking up the gunsmith reputation alone is not the ideal way to earn gunsmith engrams. We have taken that into account and have decided to include more ways to obtain gunsmith engrams. Ranking up gunsmith reputation, well, you can do that by lost sector completions. A normal lost sector is 20%, a solo or platinum is 40%, and legend, and a master solo or platinum is 60%, along with free room chests giving 20%. So, in my opinion, if there is no like cap to how much you can get of this in one day, boys, y'all better live and breathe in those 3 EDZ lost sectors. You could finish those things so fast on normal. You literally run through, kill the boss, open chest, leave. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Some known issues. Well, they're still working on getting everybody their emblem from 48-hour challenge emblem. That kind of sucks. People still don't have it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video today. Hope you have a good one, and remember, stay spooky. Love you. Peace. La noodle tot. La noodle lot.
Linulata.
My headset turns off.
Linulata.
Linulata.
Linulata.